I'm out in my yard in North Carolina. We have been watching a apple tree that we have. It's just a young thing. Actually, it's a sprout that grew off of the apple tree that died. And it sprouted up, and I kind of cut it to where we had one good, healthy sprout coming up, and is now, I'd say, probably about 8 feet tall, this single one with branches coming out. And we noticed that it had aphids, ants running up and down the stem. So I just wanted to kind of show you. The leaves start to curl. That's what caught Wayne, my husband's eye. And here are aphids on the back. So I have been going through at least once a week, if not more. And I have been spraying with a soapy solution. And to be honest, and as a person who was worked in the ag business, I would not recommend just taking a tablespoon of soap and putting it in water, but I do that when I'm trying to do something so minor as this. And then once I end up spraying it, I just kind of rub them, make sure I can rub them off. I feel like I'm cleaning the leaves. I'm making sure I'm getting some of them off. So the aphids have been getting less and less each time. Leaves, the tips are starting to grow better. And so that's what I'll do. I'll go through each tip and check it. I'll spray it with soapy water. They don't like it. They have soft bodies, and they will, I rub it, they're gone. Get it when it's early, I can do this. If I wait too long, I can't. It won't work. They'll just get over. There's too many to try to control. And then when you have a large tree, I hope not to have to do that. When they get large, I'll have to figure that one out. While I've been treating this apple for aphids, I also saw something else on there. These white, kind of almost looks like cotton on the stems. I thought maybe they were mealybugs. But when I took soapy water to them, I realized, and see if I can kind of get closer so that you can see this. So, as I took the soapy water, see if I can, there we go, and sprayed it off, I realized this is not really mealybugs. This is actually scale. It's tiny little scale underneath that white cotton kind of stuff that's protecting them. So, I realized what I have. So with these clusters of scale that I now realize that's what it is, I went out and I looked for a product, and I'm like most people, you want something that is, we call it soft insecticides. It actually is usually some organic product. And I went through and looked in Walmart for a lot of different things, and I read the label. So I found that a lot of them didn't say that it would handle scale, and scale's different. It's actually got a protective shield over it, that some of those insecticides aren't going to do anything with. So I continued to look, and I saw some neem oil. And I'm not going to say one neem oil is better than another, but the word oil always catches me. I kind of use some at home that's a pyrethrin with an oil base that will coat, where I have certain plants that tend to get scale during the year. And so, again, I read the label, and it included scale. So I want to tell you, if you can get to these things early before there's a major breakout, then you're going to have to slowly, deal with it. And you're trying to do this before you get flowers, before you get fruit and that type of thing. And if you can catch it early and stay on top of it, I would say once a week, you want to be checking that plant that you're trying to get the pests under control. So I got some neem oil. I'm going to spray it. It's literally after me spraying it with soap, it seems to be knocking down, just knocking them right off. And it wasn't doing that with the soap. So I'm going to go over my leaves, my whole little plant here, because right now it's a small plant. So even though it's tall, it's manageable. I can pull these branches and where I see it, and I can spray them. So lots of luck. You have to be diligent. The scale is like aphids. Aphids reproduce really quickly. Scale protects itself, so some of them survive and they can tend to keep expanding. If you stay away too long, you might come back and go, good grief, what in the heck did I didn't get them. So lots of luck with your pest.